Hello, everyone. Welcome to Science Buffs, the ultimate podcast for STEM enthusiasts. I'm Abby,
And I'm Sam.
and I'm going to be presenting Sam with a topic for this week's episode. So she does not know what it is yet, but I'm very excited about it. But before that, let's go over just weekly life updates. I always like chatting a little bit before. So, Sam, what's new with your life?
Pretty much nothing, except I'm going to some hot springs this weekend and I'm very excited.
Have you ever been?
Yes, it's my
No, I
favorite.
don't think I've ever been to a hot spring.
You've never been to a hot spring?
I think I've been in like the town, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you like hot tubs?
Yes, I
I
do.
feel like you would love a hot spring.
Doesn't it smell like sulfur? I feel like that's like kind of a
It
was an
does.
has been an
But
obstacle for me in my wanting to go.
after a few minutes, I feel like you forget about it.
Okay. Well, that's good. That sounds fun.
Yeah, you
They're
need
just
to
going
go
for the
for sure.
weekend.
Yeah, just for the weekend. I think it's supposed to snow, so that'll be fun, but we'll figure it
Nice.
out.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to snow a lot actually. Like
Yeah.
a ton on Saturday.
Luckily, I have a four-wheel drive car, but
Yeah, that's good. You'll be fine.
maybe
You'll
I'll
be
bring all
fine.
my work stuff just in case
Yeah,
I
just in
need
case you're
to.
stranded.
Yeah.
Although knowing Colorado, it'll melt just fine by
Yeah.
Monday. But well, that's fun. I have actually, speaking of snow on Saturday, I have a bunch of my family coming down. Well, I have like two members of my family coming down, but then the rest of my whole extended family is coming over to like greet them. And
What?
so I'm hosting on Sat, but it's supposed to be like super snowy. And we're having like Hawaiian chicken and mac salad.
You're like trying to ward off the.
We're like, pretend you're on the beach, pretend you're on the beach.
That's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
your house is the house to host at, it seems like.
Yes.
Do
Yes,
you
I think
like that? Do
so.
you like being the host house?
Yeah, I'm trying to get better at it. Like it's been just chaos trying to host previously sometimes. Haven't been the most coordinated, but it's improving. Every time we host, it's getting better. So that's
Yeah,
good.
it's hard when you have a little one too, because that adds, I'm sure, extra element on top of it.
Yeah, luckily my parents are cooking like a decent amount of the actual food and then just bringing it over and grilling it on our grill. So I don't have to
Perfect.
do a lot of the food. So I got like pre-packaged mac salad. I was like, okay, we're good.
Effort
Pre-packaged
zero.
like fruit trays. I'm like, all right, hands off.
That's awesome. Well, that'll be
So
fun.
yeah, and then this weekend I watched football, a lot of football, which I'm now pretty into.
I watched Taylor Swift with a side of football.
Okay, did you, yeah, seriously, did you see how many, did you actually watch the Kansas City game?
I watched part of it.
Did you
I didn't
see
watch
how many
all of it.
times they actually show her?
I heard that they only pan to her when like Travis does something cool. I don't know.
Yeah, but he does
Or
something
is it
cool
more
a
than
lot.
a so they're like, look at
I feel like
her.
they're always showing her. I was like, I kind of understand. Like I like seeing her, but
Do you
also
think
I'm
if it was
like,
somebody else, do you think if it wasn't Taylor Swift,
yes, Haley
that they would
Steinfeld
show the
dates.
family as much?
Yes, no, Haley Steinfeld is dating someone. Like there's celebrities that date players.
But
And
they're
I feel like
just
they
extra
barely
showing
get
her.
shown.
I know, and there's a big debate whether or not she'll make the Super Bowl because she's supposed to be
Oh,
performing in Tokyo.
she's going to.
Oh yeah.
She could land in Vegas the day before at 5 p.m., the day before the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
So
She'll
she's
be
gonna go.
fine. Of course. And he's going to propose on the field.
Oh my gosh. Wait, have they been together? Do you think six
Like
months?
6 or 7 months, I think.
Oh, maybe it will happen. Do you think?
I
I don't
thought,
think it
okay,
would
the
happen.
Toast talked about it today. And they're like, oh, it probably wouldn't happen, but you never know with him. But I, like, last week was like, if he wins the Super Bowl, who knows? He might just be like so overwhelmed. Like, they're sharing this big moment together, you know? He's
I
making a
feel
huge
like it
moment
would
about
have to be done in
her.
private for her. I feel
I
like
don't
she
think
would have
so.
to make
I
it be
think
done in
she's
private.
just changed. I think she's just
Yeah,
like,
this is
screw
different.
this. I want everything to be public.
Did you see the lip reading that they've been trying to do on the two of them?
No.
So it was really cute. He said, I'm gonna go, he said to her something like, I'm gonna go celebrate with the guys, okay, sweetie. And she was like, I just love you so much.
That's
Mhm.
cute. I know that I
It
did
was
see that they
really
were saying I
cute.
love you, and then she was like, he was like, oh, there's a camera or something. She was like, I don't care, and then she like kissed him. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
cute.
was
Although
adorable.
it is like they need to a little bit calm it down because it's making me like almost not like them.
I just have to remember it's not their fault that they're being shown so much.
Right. It's the NFL needs to chill. Just a
Yeah.
little bit, act like you've been there. But
Yeah. I was talking to my family and I was like, at this point, I feel like if Taylor Swift didn't make it for whatever reason, they'd probably postpone the Super Bowl for her.
oh my gosh, yeah, they'd be like, actually, we need to move it to Monday night.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So true. Well, anyway, that's pretty much all. Oh, and then the Lions game, my husband and now me by proxy are Lions fans. This is like the first time they've made this game. I don't know, the NFC championship, I think, in like 66 years. Did you watch that game?
No. I had it
Oh,
on the background, but oh
they were like way
yeah, but
not
they lost.
favored. Yes, but they were up like 27 to 7 or something, 24 to 7. It was a crushing defeat. So
That's too
I
bad.
was quite sad about it, but they did okay. It was a total collapse at the end, but that's okay. We're
That's a
moving on.
bummer.
All right. That's all for my life updates. Um, are you ready for the topic?
I'm so excited. Yes.
Okay. I'm excited about this one. All right. So I kind of took some inspiration a little bit based off of your last one in that it is medical science related. So that's the first clue that it's
Ooh,
sort
okay.
of medical. And that's very broad. So I'll give you the second one. It originated about 2,000 years ago, but it's right now currently a big trend.
Ozempic?
2,000 years ago, they're like,
They're like weight loss
okay, that you should do next week
on
because I'm
Ozempic.
fascinated by Ozempic.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Or I can do it the next time. But
No,
no,
I'll do
that's
it.
not when Jesus was walking the earth, Ozempic was not happening.
It's a trend. Well, when you said trend, like the number one thing I think about in the medical industry is Ozempic.
That is hilarious.
Um,
Okay, the third clue is at certain points in my life, I have done this regularly, which like for very short periods. And I'll explain why. I have it in my
man,
house.
is this when you would like shock
It's
your
in
hands
the
from
basement.
sweatiness?
No, it's in the basement.
Your
The
sauna.
yes.
Wait, that's crazy because we're talking about saunas and the hot springs.
Yes, yeah, it's related. So, ding ding ding.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So, we were talking about the like what a sauna is, health benefits of sauna, and then like the science behind what it does to your body and
Oh my
why
gosh,
it
this
has
is
health
crazy.
benefits.
I'm so
I know.
excited.
So
Wow,
you're
this is
gonna
an off the wall topic. I'm very excited.
yeah, so you're gonna be like prepped and ready to go in the heat this weekend. Okay, so let's get into it. What is a sauna? So saunas are a therapeutic, heated, enclosed, wood-lined room. So a lot of them are just made out of pure wood, but they could also be wood-lined with many different options for like benches, seating. Like they come in all different shapes and sizes, basically. The intense heat that is generated within the sauna encourages detoxifying your body, perspiration, relief from aches and pains, and a deep relaxation. So we'll get more into the benefits of the sauna, but that's basically what it is. It's like a hot room that you go into for a certain amount of time. So why am I interested or why did I choose the sauna? Basically I just kept hearing about the health benefits of the sauna. Like I sometimes listen to the Joe Rogan podcast and he's like obsessed with the sauna. And like for a while, every single guest he had on, like was sauna related. He would bring doctors on to talk about the sauna. He would talk about his protocol, and I was like, this actually sounds kind of good. So then when I got a Costco membership, we realized they sold one at Costco. Like Costco sells freaking everything. They
They
sell
do.
contacts, they sell
Gold
eyeglasses,
bars.
gold bars, and saunas. So we purchased
That's
one
crazy.
through Costco.
You have to have pictures of you guys building it because
Yes,
it's
we
really
do.
cool. It's like a barrel, like
Looks like a
it's
big, yeah, it looks like a big
cylinder.
barrel with like a window.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get a sauna right at Costco, and there's a few different types. So there's a dry sauna, there's a wet sauna, and there's an infrared sauna. So a dry sauna is kind of like what it sounds like. It just has dry heat that's basically pumped in it. So there's a heating element, and then it's dry. Now, this is kind of like the typical sauna, and a wet sauna is basically the exact same thing, but there are rocks on the heating element, and you can pour water over the rocks. That water then evaporates into steam, and then it makes it more humid overall. So,
That's the one you have, right?
yes, yep. But if you just didn't pour water over it, it is the same thing as a dry sauna. So we do the first like 10 minutes dry and then the last 10 minutes with water.
That's cool. My neighbor has an infrared one, and I
Yes.
don't understand the difference
Yes, we'll talk about
between
the
the two.
difference a little bit, but the infrared sauna is interesting because it just shows infrared light. The overall temperature is a lot lower, but the way that it reacts with your skin brings your body temperature up to the same that it would be in a sauna. So a lot of people like exercise in there because you're not actually feeling the heat like you would in a, I mean, you are feeling some heat, but it's not as intense as like a dry or a wet sauna, but you are still getting a lot of the same benefits. There's some debate about like which one's better, but I'm never like so into just jumping into the new thing. So we're like, let's just go with a dry sauna because like they've been doing it for thousands of years. I don't want to
Yeah,
like, I don't know. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the sauna before we get into the health benefits. So it was invented by the Finnish about 2,000 years ago, like I mentioned in the clues. It was originally used as a form of a bath to like cleanse the body. And in Finland, women often gave birth in the sauna, which
as someone who's given birth, tell me about how you would feel about that.
no.
Oh my
Although
goodness.
I guess it would probably be helpful. Like, if you think of a heating pad or something, like when you have cramps, I don't know, maybe it would be more comfortable for like a short period of time.
That sounds terrible. I think I get claustrophobic. I get claustrophobic if I overheat. I
Oh,
think that I would
yeah,
struggle
that
with
would
that.
be that would be a little bit tough
Did
giving
they
birth
do
as
that
well.
for to help with pain, or did they do that for like
I think it's like all of it,
other
like
reasons?
pain, relaxation, you know, it probably like helps with it being quicker. I didn't look up too much information about that, so that's all kind of just a guess. But
That's interesting.
so traditionally a sauna was made of logs and rocks and heated by one central fire. And the original saunas had no chimneys, so it just got like super smoky inside, which seems terrible, especially if you're giving birth in there.
Yeah,
Um, So it was heated for half a day and then it could provide heat for 12 hours. So they had like a rotation of heating it and then just letting it be hot. So then the Finnish used hot stones as a source of heat. So they moved from the central fire to hot stones. And then this is kind of when water was poured on top to raise the perceived temperature inside the sauna. So this steam, there's a specific name in Finnish for the steam that is created by pouring water over hot rocks in the sauna.
interesting.
It's called loyly, Loyly, which is sauna heat, basically. Okay, so then as the Industrial Revolution happened, metal chimneys ended up being added to. Oh, I'm sorry, my notes just jumped. Okay. As the Industrial Revolution happened, metal chimneys were added to the vent, or to vent the smoke. The wood fire sauna evolved to one integrating the fire with a large bed of stones that surrounded the heater. So again, it was more contained, less smoke, and then they directed what smoke there was out through a metal chimney. It still says that wood-fired saunas remain the choice for a lot of modern outdoor saunas. Um, so, you know, some people still have like the old ones and some people have more newer. And then the first electric sauna was introduced in 1938. So that is able to control heat much more accurately than before. You can preheat the sauna without making a fire, which is always very convenient. That then opened it up to indoor use. And fun fact, there are more saunas in Finland than there are cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do a lot of, so that must mean a lot of people have them in their homes.
Yes, I believe so. I think like pretty much every household has a sauna,
That's amazing.
which is nice.
This reminds me of in Japan, they have the oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name. I have to think about it. But
Oh,
they have these saunas. What was I called? Onsens.
okay.
They
Well,
have
this
onsens.
brings up a great thing because I looked up this. Well, actually, they're calling it this Japanese Sento, but this is
Interesting.
kind of a more religious thing. So I'll go through the list. But I pulled up this article talking about who in the world saunas. So, like the Finnish, obviously kind of it originated with the Finnish. So they have a sauna, but it's kind of evolved in other countries and cultures over time. So, really quickly, I was going to save this for the end, but since we had a good segue, let's just go into this now. So, there's the Finnish sauna, of course. Then there is the Russian banya. It's been an important part of Russian culture for many centuries. It's basically the Russian version of a traditional sauna or steam room. The word can also refer to a bathhouse. These are wood fired, there are dry saunas, and a stove with sauna rocks is used to warm up and humidify the room. So, um, and then usually like you clean and massage your body in the sauna or in the, I forgot what the word is, banya. And it's to clean and massage the body. It's called a venik, which is a bunch of soft tree branches. That's what's used to like gently beat your body from head to toe, get your circulation going, massage it. So that's kind of interesting. There's a Turkish hammam, it's called, which is a Turkish bath or hammam, which is public bathing, cleansing, and relaxing. It's strongly embedded into Turkish and Islamic culture. Then we have the Icelandic spa, which is kind of like the hot springs, it looks like. It says Iceland has a strong outdoor pool culture, which
I've
with so
seen
much
that.
volcanic activity in this small country, the mineral rich water in these pools is naturally heated and it basically acts as sort of a sauna. Also, a lot of Icelandic spas have massage rooms, saunas attached to them. And then the Japanese Sento is like the Japanese version of the sauna or kind of sauna ritual. It says cleaning the body is an important duty for those who serve Buddha. And Japan has always had a specific bathing culture that exists today. A traditional Japanese Sento is a temple style bathhouse used for public bathing and socializing. And so basically, there's always kind of a massage room and a sauna to complement your bathing experience. So, in a lot of these, like saunas are paired with bathing or cleanliness, and a lot of times tied to um, religion. So
Interesting.
that's kind of how it plays into the culture. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits of the sauna because this is like really interesting. So I'm going to read this just one sentence basically, but Mayo Clinic did this whole study about the benefits of the sauna, and it says it has been postulated that regular sauna bathing may improve cardiovascular function via improved endothelium dependent dilation, reduced arterial stiffness, modulation of the autonomic nervous system, beneficial changes in circulating lipid profiles, and lowering of systemic blood pressure. So, if you're in the medical field, you probably understand a lot more of that than I do, but basically, like your arteries are softer, your cardiovascular health improves. And so that was like the more medical terminology, but I found some good, like layman's terms explaining the clinical health benefits of sauna use. This is from headsuphealth.com. Again, all of our sources will be in the description below for the listeners. So you can go explore these for yourself. But Sam, what is the mitochondria?
The powerhouse of the cell.
Yes. So the number one or the first benefit they list is that it's super, like sauna use and regular sauna use supercharges your cell power. So it says that heat has been proven to positively impact your mitochondria, the batteries powering your cells, helping your body
Wow.
naturally produce more energy and stay fit. So energy like boost is a big
Interesting.
one. Slowing down aging is another big one. They did a 20-year study on Finnish men that links 2 to 3 sauna sessions per week with a 23% decreased risk from death of cardiovascular disease.
Wow.
And a different, like, kind of take on that because they also say heart health is like a whole other benefit. So, heart health contributes to aging, but also the heat encourages cell regeneration, which means you slow down like the physical aging process of not just your heart, but like your skin and every part of your body. So, cell regeneration is a big one.
I wonder if that's with like comes with like moisturization. You know how a big thing is like you're moisturizing
Yeah,
your body
right.
helps with keeping your skin looking young.
Probably. And then also when you sauna, like people encourage you to like exfoliate your skin because you're in such a humid environment for, 20 minutes at a time or whatever. So it's a good opportunity to exfoliate. I feel like it just helps you build all these good practices on top of it too. Like
Yeah.
the cleaning in there and like massage and stuff. So um I wonder how many of those overlap kind of with the benefits. Number 3 is to detoxify heavy metals and chemicals. So every day we're exposed to like potentially toxic heavy metals through all sorts of things. So regular sauna bathing helps to excrete toxins like arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. So when you're sweating out partly the heavy metals and toxins that you have accumulated throughout the day or week or whatever. Heart health is another one. They did a study that said sauna bathing 4 to 7 times per week, which is a lot. But if you do it 4 to 7 times per week, it reduces the risk of death from cardiovascular disease by as much as 58%, which is
Wow.
a
That's a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, it is very good for you. So,
For how long? 4 to 7 times per week.
so we
What
go over that
duration?
a little bit about how like the duration of the sessions. It kind of depends on how many times you're doing it per week, but people just say to not exceed 20 minutes per session. It can help reduce blood pressure. So sauna heat helps to widen the blood vessels and improve circulation, so your blood pressure reduces. It optimizes athletic performance because of the hyperthermic conditioning, which is like heat conditioning. It sends more blood to the heart. It increases your plasma and your red blood cell volume. Then that delivers more oxygen throughout the body and you athletically perform better. So that's
That's
really
awesome.
interesting.
So I'm sure a lot of professional athletes use it.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's such a big trend right now too, is like everyone's kind of realizing that the combo of sauna and cold plunge together, which we'll also talk about because it's really highly recommended that you cold plunge after the sauna to get actual benefits. Like some people will argue sauna really on its own doesn't do a ton unless it's combined with a cold plunge, which is
Wow.
which is tough. So,
Yeah, no thanks.
um okay, it improves muscle function and recovery. This is number 7. It says as more blood flow and oxygen is delivered throughout the body, muscles will increase in size and muscle breakdown is diminished. One study showed that 2 1-hour sauna sessions for 7 days straight, oh my gosh, increases production of the human growth hormone by 2 to 5 times. I don't know who can stay in there for 1 hour straight, unless it's like a low
Yeah,
heat,
I
I guess,
thought,
or an infrared. I think infrared, you could probably go longer.
yeah,
But
because they
yeah,
tell you like in the, I know the hot tub's different, but usually the rule of thumb is 30 minutes or less.
yeah. And I think like I mean there's obvious people have so many different protocols and we were when we were first getting into like doing the sauna, we were literally trying to find what is an accepted protocol and there's like not really great information about it. You kind of just have to like
Mm.
see what people are doing and then see how it feels for you. Um so we'll talk about that in a little bit, but it can fuel weight loss by increasing your metabolism, regulating your appetite, improving oxygen utilization, and helping to fuel weight loss with a reduction in body fat. It'll boost brain function. Okay, the brain derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, increases with regular sauna use. It activates the growth of new brain cells, and it better maintains existing brain cells. It also improves neuroplasticity and the brain's process for forming new neural connections. So that's super interesting that it can actually activate new brain cells, which is crazy. It's good for your immune system. So heat exposure from sauna increases the heat shock protein, oh my gosh, stimulating antigen presenting cells. It releases cytokine, which stimulates the body's natural immune system. So if you're getting sick, they recommend, like if you feel it coming, to do a quick sauna session. And I've noticed that this helps like a ton.
Wow.
When I was sauning, I would get sick less, I feel like. So
That's
now the
interesting.
opposite actually happened when we were first starting to sauna because we did not understand the temperature limits and our thermometer was off. Like something with our thermometer was broken. And so we thought we were sauning at like 180 or something. And we just kept cranking it up. We're like, why, whatever. And I was like, this is so hard. I feel like this should not be this hard. After 20 minutes, I was like breaking down the door to get out. We realized we were sauning at like 210
Oh my
and it was
goodness.
so hot. And we were doing multiple sessions. So we were like, go in, cold shower, go in for another 20 minutes, and then like cold shower again. And that has the opposite effect. That actually like weakens your body. So you have to make sure you're not overdoing it for yourself. But
That's
kind of
wild.
takes some trial and error to realize the protocol that works for you. Okay, and then how often should you sauna? Let's talk a little bit about the protocol, as we were mentioning. So, most specialists recommend one 20-minute sauna session 1 to 3 times a week. So, that will have maximum benefits with no damage to your health. So, you can adjust the number of sessions during one visit. So, for example, like I mentioned, you can do the sauna for like a short time, 10 or 15 minutes, go out cold plunge, pause, come back, do it again. So, a lot of people do that. 2 sessions are enough if you sauna 2 times a week. It says in the end, if you go to the sauna daily, you shouldn't take more than one session at one time. So you shouldn't be doing like multiple sessions a day for 7 days in a row. You got to have
Right.
some like moderation involved.
Your
And then
body
this,
needs to recover.
yes, and this does say keep in mind that excessive sessions may cause the opposite effect and weaken your body. It's also essential to take a cold shower or go to the fresh air between the 2 sessions because your body does need to cool down in between sessions. And I will tell you that I haven't done like drugs, but I'm pretty sure that sauning and taking the coldest shower and getting it on your head the first time you do it must feel like some sort of drug. It was like the best feeling I've ever experienced in my life.
Wow. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna come over to your house. I'll be there
It's
tomorrow.
crazy actually. Like if you really power through the cold, it's like wild because like all of your blood vessels then restrict back. You get like kind of like a throbbing head like a little bit, but it's great. And then if you just lay there, you're like it's just the euphoria is crazy.
That reminds me of a kid when you're kids, and then you would like hot tub, and then you'd get out in the hot tub and then roll in the snow. Did you ever do
Yeah.
that?
Yes,
It's like the same thing.
it is. That is actually like you were probably having crazy health benefits like as a kid.
Probably.
So, yeah, it's like a really great way to just, it's like very it feels like you accomplish something too. Like if you go and you sauna and it's hard, and then you go and take a cold shower, which I'm not good at. Like the cold shower part, I'm not good at. But if you do push through it, like you feel like you've climbed a mountain that day. It's just like so great. So those are the benefits of sauna. I feel like this was kind of a short episode, but
I loved it. I
that's
loved
like
it.
pretty much all I have. Also, you can't sauna when you're pregnant. So when we got the sauna originally, I did it like 3 times, figured out I was pregnant, and then couldn't do it for 9 months. And we had thought about the purchase for so long. I was like, dang
That's a
it.
bummer. But yeah,
But it's
it's always
okay.
there. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's always there. We had a great, like, once I gave birth, I was able to go back in the sauna and it was like glorious
Amazing.
again. It's just so relaxing. So we got like LED lights in there and it glows and you do need to come over and do it actually.
Yeah, I
So,
will for sure.
all right. Well, short and sweet. That was this week's podcast episode. Thank you all for watching, for listening. We're on video on YouTube and on Spotify if you watch on those platforms and you like video. Otherwise, we're available on all platforms. Make sure to leave a review, follow, subscribe, whatever platforms you're on. We would appreciate it. And that's all. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.